that you use your office. Mr. President, if you look at this auditorium, Japan community, every program, this is where we hear their gatherings. Parties are coming, nurses are coming, every gathering. But if you look at the auditorium, you will see that the auditorium needs a lot of facelift. You want to put an appeal to you that, Mr. President, help us to put the house of God in order. As early, at least, it will serve as your legacy that once upon a time, we receive a presidential candidate, a vice president passing through. And whoever will step here and see your mark will continue to remember you. So, Mr. Vice President, help this auditorium to be finished to the glory of God. Finally, Mr. President, we know that we can only win this election when we preach peace. We want to plead that as you are continuing to tour the whole country, let message of peace continue to be part of you. Preach peace, preach unity, preach the love of God to all citizens. And at the end, the Lord, who is the creator of all, will decide for all of us. God bless you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Very Reverend Aqua. Yeji Miako Mpoto Chief Imambo Alhaji Abdul Salam Muhammad Bob Niape Muslim Yahweh Blackburn.
Assalamu alaikum jama'a da suka taro nan. Muna barka da manyan da suka zo nan. Muna kuma barka da shugaba wanda yake ya zo ya hutun taro. Kuma mun gode ma Allah ga wannan ranar da Allah kawo shi nan ga. Allah kara masa karama. Kamar da Allah ya zabe shi, Allah kara damu. To abin da muke da shi muna yabon gwamnatin shi. Tun lokacin da gwamnatin ga ya zo ya kawo mana makaranta kyauta shine free education. Ya bar yaran mu da yawa sun je school. Wannan muna gode ma wannan gwamnati abin da ya kana mun gode ya muna dadi fara. Kuma muna cikin muka samu kamar shugabanmu na hannun damansa musulmi ne wanda yake an zabe shi zai zama shugaban kasan Ghana a lokacin sabo mai zuwa. Allah kara masa karama. Wannan zaben da suka mun koyi bayansa Allah kara zabar shi. To amma abin da ya dame mu ne gaskiya mu musulmi a nan Japan mun saura baya. Da farko shi ce maka kafin gwamnatin ga ya hawa ai muna kamfen wasa sa'a da kamar zango farm. Tun da gwamnatin ga ya hau zai kare zango farm nan mu musulmin Japan ba mu taɓa samu ko rana guda ba. Sannan kuma mun gani gaskiya shi wanga gwamnati ya yi mana kokari kasuwa ya bar an gina bango an cewaya. Kokarin da yake yi nufin guduka gaskiya mun gani. Amma ni ina magana ne a matsayin nan ni dan zango ne, zango famin nan wallahi ko guda ba mu taɓa gani ba. Muna da Islamic school ni na SMC Chama yau su na shekara 10 kenan. ko kyautan gwamnati ba mu taba gani ba, amma tun da Allah ya kawo ka kai da kanka wallahi mun ji nadi, kuma wannan maganar da nake yi Allah sa ka ji. Bayan wannan kuma kokarin da kuka yi duk muna ji. Na je wani gari ana kiransa Farai, na ga irin makirkin masallacin da ka yi da wasu karatu Islamic school na gani, amma ga shi nan mu ma musulmi ne, ku da kuka faɗi kamar zango farm, wallahi ko rana guda ba da komai ba. Da ka tun da Allah kawo ka nake wanga magana ka ji, in Allah so ka ba mu hamsa, don ka Allah kara maka karama. Mu dai jafo dai mun goyi bayan ka, insha Allah wa mun goyi bayan ka. Ali muslimin akhul muslim, ba ka ba? Da haka mun ji daɗi, kai muna gwamnan da MPP ya muna kokari, kasuwa ya yi muna, ya gyara muna kasuwa, ya gyara shi babban kotu ke cewa ya muna so. Kuma ba nan ka ba, muna da labari inda aka yi duka. Da haka muna kara gode ma wannan gwamnati. Kai kuma Allah kawo ka, Allah kawo ka, tuni Allah ya zabe ka, Allah sa ka zo ka ci gaba da abin da kuka yi kaji. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Atabir. Thank you. Miaiji alebe miaho togbe kokloko ananze wie tolia be opunde efiaonu.
Thank you, MC. Togbo mamao mani banemi maraku mano mi foto mamado wo soto hena mi amaduro. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and the presidential candidate of a new patriotic party, Mamao, elders, Chief Executive, PC Dr. Yao Alablu, Savior. As we engage with us during this crucial moment in our nation's political journey, we are mindful of the tremendous strides your government has made in steering Ghana's development. However, as a people, we are also recognize that much remains to be done, particularly in districts like North Tongu, where certain developmental needs are yet to be fully addressed. It is our fervent belief that with your future leadership, these concerns can and will be resolved, thereby enhancing the livelihoods of our citizens. 1. Revamping of the Voter Star Textiles Factory at Joapo. The Voter Star Textiles Factory, once the pride of our region, has long been in the state of dormancy. This factory holds immense potential for creating jobs and boosting economic activity, not only in North Tongu but across the Volta region. We humbly appeal to you, Your Excellency, to champion the effort for the revitalization of this vital industry. Its revival will empower our youth, provide livelihoods for many families, and contribute to the national economy. 2. Creating of a new district, Upper Tongu District. North Tongu has grown significantly over the years, and we believe the time is right for the creation of a new district, that's the Upper Tongu District. This initiative will bring governance closer to the people, enhancing administrative efficiency, and ensuring that development reaches every corner of our constituency. The creation of this new district will be a monumental step towards addressing the developmental needs of our growing population. 3. Construction of roads from Joapon through Pare to Avorete Our roads remain a major concern. The road network from Duapon through Pore to Avaretwe is in urgent need of construction and improvement. These roads are the lifelines that connect our people to market, healthcare, and education. We kindly appeal for your intervention in ensuring that these roads are constructed to facilitate transportation and promote socio-economic activities in our communities. Your Excellency, as you continue your campaign and prepare to lead our great nation, we wish to assure you of the support and prayers of the chiefs and people of North Tomu. We are confident that your leadership will bring about a new chapter of progress and development for our region, ensuring that North Tomu becomes a significant contributor to Ghana's national prosperity. We know that you are no stranger to the challenges facing these races, and we trust that as you seek the highest office in the land, North Tomu will remain a priority in your plans for a more inclusive and prosperous Ghana. We believe that under your presidency, our collective vision for development will be realized. In conclusion, we express our deepest gratitude for your visit today and for taking the time to listen to our appeals. We remain hopeful and optimistic that your leadership will pave the way for transformative change that will benefit not only North Tomu, but the entire nation. Thank you, and may God bless you, Your Excellency, North Tomu, Volta Region, and the Republic of Ghana. Raise up, raise up.
Soboi. Nyako Asikpe Huowo Vividodore Amavai, next President of the Republic of Ghana. His Excellency Dr. Bawumia. Thank you very much. Bubuzela. Our revered paramount chiefs, divisional chiefs, our queen mothers, Togo, Mamo, the men and women of God, the chief imam, the imams, Sarake Zongo, the people of North Tomu, and the people of Duapon. Good morning to all of you. I am here in my capacity as the presidential candidate for the new Patriotic Party for the 2024 presidential election. Because of the election campaign, I am going around the country. I am campaigning in every constituency in the country. And yesterday, by the grace of God, I arrived in the voting. And today, I have arrived this morning in Duapon, in North Tomu constituency. Every constituency I go to, I have a meeting such as this. And I believe most people say this is the first time they have seen such a stakeholder meeting when politicians go to a constituency to campaign. I have asked to meet the chiefs, I've asked to meet the imams, the Zongo chiefs, the church leaders, and other stakeholders in the community. The reason that I have this meeting is to be able to hear directly from you, the stakeholders of the community, regardless of political affiliation, to hear what the concerns are for the people of North Tonga, so that if by the grace of God I become President of the Republic of Ghana, I will know exactly what to do to address the concerns of the community. I am running to be President of the Republic of Ghana because I believe I can lead the transformation of Ghana into a very developed and prosperous nation. I believe in possibilities. I believe that it is possible to do so. That is really a philosophy that I really deeply believe, that it is possible for this nation, our country, to be as advanced as any other nation on the face of this earth. And if we believe in God and work hard and plan well, I believe that it is possible for Ghana to be a very developed nation. Not many people believe when I contested to become the leader and the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. Not many people believe that it was possible, because many people had never envisaged, because many people thought the NPP always selected Akan leaders. And this is a case where there is someone from the minority tribe in the country coming to contest for the leadership of the new patriotic party. So many people said it was not going to happen. I would not be voted for. But I said, it's only God who makes leaders. And so I believe that with God, it is possible. And thanks to God, we were 10 of us who contested, and out of the 10, I was successful with 61% of the vote. And that was unprecedented for the new patriotic party, for a first-time candidate to contest, first time, and get 61%. It means that there was a broad coalition in the party that supported me. Across the religious divide, across the tribal and ethnic divide, I commanded the support of the whole party to become. So God made it possible, and it was possible for me to stand in front of you today as the leader and the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. So I believe in possibilities. Many people did not give our party a chance to win Hohoe constituency. Many people said it was impossible. But thanks to John Peter Amewu and the hard work of the people of Hohoe, today it has become possible for us to have won Hohoe constituency. And so as we come into North Tonga, people also think it is not possible for us to win North Tonga constituency. But I'm not going to give up on North Tonga. I'm here to say Dr. Xavier Edebulu is the right candidate to represent North Tonga in Parliament. And we should give him a chance. We should give him a chance. Another philosophy of mine as the leader of the NPP and the presidential candidate, I believe in inclusive development. I don't think we should leave anybody behind in this country. Every person, every region should be included in the development of this country. Every tribe, every district, every person, the persons with disabilities should be included, the lepers should be included, the youth should be included, the women should be included. That is the only way we are going to transform this country, is to have inclusive development, broad-based inclusive development. So I am very, very focused on that as a policy. And you will see over the last 8 years, the sort of policies that we have tried to implement in the last 8 years have been policies that have been focused on broad-based inclusive development. You see, for example, when we were campaigning for office in 2016, we promised that we will bring free senior high school education to Ghana, because education is really the key to development. All the analysis, all the economic data says that for any nation to develop, you need an educated population. Human capital becomes the key. And so when we came into office, the issue of free senior high school education was very key. Many people said it was not possible, but we said it is possible for us to do free senior high school education. And we started free SHS in our very first year in 2017. The very first budget, when we came in March 2017, we included free senior high school education. And today, after 8 years of implementing free SHS, 5.7 million children have benefited from free senior high school education in Ghana. This is very unprecedented. And what for me gladdens my heart is that before there were more boys than girls in senior high school. When we came into office, for every 100 boys in senior high school, you had 68 girls. But today, after opening up the doors for free senior high school education, today there are more girls now at the end of 2023 than boys in senior high school. For every 100 boys now, you have 106 girls in senior high school. So you've seen more girls have gone. In Accra today, the middle class who look for maids for their homes, maids, they don't find house girls anymore, because the parents have come and taken most of the girls and put them in school. And that is very, very important. We have not only brought free senior high school, we've also brought free technical and vocational education into that. And our children who are studying in technical and vocational schools are going for free. We have also restored the teacher training allowances that we pay the teacher trainees. We restored the nursing training allowances that we pay the nursing trainees. We brought in new policies that are very broad-based. We brought Agenda 111, which is a program which from COVID we found out that we needed to build hospitals in districts which did not have hospitals. And so we have brought the program to build 111 hospitals. And they are going on. Most of them are above 70% complete. We'll complete some this year and will complete the remainder, God willing, next year. And that is going to be a major game changer for the country. The Agenda 111 hospitals alone will result in the employment of over 70,000 health personnel in our country. We have also recently implemented what we call the District Road Improvement Project, the DRIP project. We are giving equipment to every district in Ghana. You're giving excavators, you're giving backhoes, you're giving graders, you're giving rollers, you're giving tipper trucks, and every district has an opportunity to help to maintain roads in every district. This has not happened before, and I believe that some of our road problems, yes, in the area of motorability of these roads will be helped a lot. We have also established the Zongo Development Fund, and there are many Zongos in this country, many. And in the Zongo Development Fund so far, we've been able to complete 200 projects, completed, including 75 schools in the Zongo communities, clinics, and over 1,000 scholarships, and we have about 40 students who have been sponsored to go and study medicine in Cuba, and they will finish next year and come back. Of course, it's not every Zongo so far that has benefited, as the Chief Imam was telling us. It's not every Zongo. The Zongos are a lot, and so I believe that with time, we will get to every Zongo in Ghana to benefit from the Zongo Development Fund. We have also brought in what we call the drones program. Drones are autonomous flying vehicles which deliver blood, medicines, drugs to hospitals around the country. When I had a personal experience which really stuck with me. My father was operated upon in Tamale Teaching Hospital in 2002, and they needed blood. And we tried as much as possible. The blood bank was closed. We couldn't find the operator, and by the morning he had passed away. We couldn't find the blood. But when I heard about this company called Zipline in the United States, which had this technology, the drone technology, to deliver medicine, blood, and so on in cases of emergency, I got up and took a team and we went to San Francisco and talked to the Zipline company and convinced them to come and set up in Ghana. We've set up 6 drone centers in Ghana, and they are delivering medicines and blood to 2,700 hospitals and health facilities in Ghana every day. And the good thing about our drone facilities is that they are 100% manned by Ghanaians, young men and women who are manning these 100% manned by Ghanaians. And what is even more remarkable is that today, in the whole world, Ghana is the leading medical drone delivery service. The whole world, we are in the lead. And we are saving lives every day. We've also embarked on a major digitalization program. We issued the Ghana card to at least 85% of adult Ghanaians, and we have a database now of Ghanaians with the Ghana card. The Ghana card is very helpful in many ways. Today, if you are a student and you need a student loan, if you have a Ghana card, you don't need a guarantee for the student loan. The Ghana card will be sufficient for that. The Ghana card is also helping us fight corruption across the public sector. But the issue of ghost workers has always been a problem. But one problem ghosts have is that we don't have a fingerprint. That is the biggest problem ghosts have. They don't have a fingerprint. So using the Ghana card, we have been able to eliminate all ghost workers on the public sector payroll and save hundreds of millions of Ghana cedis across all the public sector. We've eliminated them. We have also registered the Ghana card at the International Civil Aviation Organization in Canada. The Ghana card has gone through all their steps and requirements and has been approved. And the Ghana card today is therefore recognized at 44,000 airports and border points across the world. And, you know, because of that, if you are anywhere abroad, and you lose your passport, you can take your Ghana card and board a plane and come back to Ghana. Anyway. And Ghana, we are the only country in Africa where you can do such a thing. We are the only country. We've also introduced a digitalization of our medical records. When we came into office, there were too many complaints. People will go to the hospital and they'll tell you your folder is missing. Your folder is missing. And I said, look, let us put everybody's medical records in the computer. Let's not leave them in folders that get missing. So we started the project of digitalizing all our medical records. And so today, I'm happy to say we have completed the digitalization of all the records in the teaching hospitals, all the records in the regional hospitals, and all the records in the district hospitals. So today, if they refer you, a doctor refers you from Drapon to go and see another doctor in Kolebu, they don't need your folder, they need your ID number. The doctor in Kolebu will put your ID number in the computer system and all your medical records will appear to the doctor in Kolebu. If they take you from Wa or Tamale or Sefiri or so to Kolebu, it's the same thing. They will just need your ID number and you will get your medical records. We have also issued digital addresses to every household, every business, every location in Ghana today has a digital address. An address system is so important in the development of any country. So that has been done. When we came into office, there was a major problem because about 70% of Ghanaians did not have a bank account. 70% did not have a bank account. But many people had Momo accounts. But the Momo accounts were limited because if you had MTN, you couldn't send money to someone with Vodafone, or you couldn't send some money to someone with Airtel, and you couldn't move money from a bank account to a Momo account, or from a Momo account to a bank account. And so I came up with this idea that we should make the Momo account, since many people have a Momo account, let's make the Momo account work like a bank account. And this is the idea of mobile money interoperability. When I mooted this idea, because no country in Africa had done it, many people said it was not possible, many people said I was lying, and all of that. But I said, by the grace of God, it is possible. So the idea of mobile money interoperability was to put all the mobile companies and all the banks on one platform, So you can move money from a bank account to a Momo account, to another Momo account, back to a bank account, to a Momo account, all on the same platform. No country in Africa has done it, but Ghana, we are the first country in the whole of Africa to complete mobile money interoperability of this nation. And because of that, today, if somebody sends you money from abroad, it comes onto your mobile phone. You don't go to Western Union to queue. Today, you can take your mobile phone and renew your national health insurance. Right? You can use your Momo and pay into the NHIS bank account. Today, because of that, you can buy credit from ECG on your mobile phone. And so what we have done with mobile money interoperability in Ghana, it does not exist in the United States. It does not exist in Canada. And we are the first country in Africa to do so. And I'm very proud of that accomplishment for Ghana. As we go towards this election, I believe that I have a lot to contribute to the governance of this country as president. And I want to ask you for your support to help me to become president of the Republic of Ghana going forward. I have many ideas that I want to bring to the fore as president of the Republic. And why I want you to vote for me. What do I want to do for the country? To start with, my number one priority as a president will be agriculture. Agriculture will be my number one priority. Why do I say so? We will have food security. As a country, we have a lot of land. We have a lot of water. But we still import basic products like onions, like tomatoes, like rice, and maize and so on. We still import many agricultural products. But I believe that it is possible to be self-sufficient in all of these products and even export these products. And so I want to basically help the farmers, give resources, put financial resources, put technology, put agricultural inputs, irrigation, and so on behind the farmers so that we can expand production across the country. I also want to establish district agri mechanization centers. Just as we have provided equipment for road construction to every district, I want to do the same in terms of equipment for agricultural production for every district so that we have district agri-mechanization centers from which farmers can obtain tractors, combine harvesters, planters, and so on, which they may not be able to afford to buy by themselves, but it will be at their disposal at the district agri-mechanization centers. So that is one area I want to help our farmers in. The second thing, by the grace of God, I want to do as a president is to bring down the cost of electricity. Currently, our electricity bills are high. Everybody will testify to that. And why are they high? They are high because we import oil and gas to generate electricity. And the dependence on oil and gas means that our prices will be high because when we import them, the prices at which we bring them in are high. I want Ghana to take a bold decision, and that is what I am going to do, to move away from the dependence on oil and gas and go for solar power. Let's go for solar power that God has given us for free. Let's move away. So we don't have to import the sun. When we wake up in the morning, it is shining. We don't have to pay foreign exchange for the sun. It is free to us. We Power has already started small projects in area of solar power. I want us to bring in 2,000 megawatts of solar power. And that will bring down the cost of electricity by 50%. We'll reduce electricity bills by 50% if we move to solar power. Moving to solar power will mean that we will need a lot of solar panels. So many solar panels to get the sun and transform it into electricity. Because we need so much solar panels, we will need solar farms across almost every district. We will have to have a solar farm so that we'll capture the sun. I don't want Ghana to import the solar panels because there will be a lot. So I want us to establish the factories to manufacture the solar panels right here in Ghana so that we will give our youth the jobs to do and save a lot of foreign exchange in the process. So we will establish the solar panel manufacturing factories in different zones in Ghana because we will need quite a lot. And once we establish expertise in this, we will be able to export the panels into other countries. And that is where I want Ghana to go. I also have a new policy that I am bringing in. And what is interesting is that I thought about this new policy when I visited the Volta Star Textile Factory in Japan a few months ago before my manifesto came out. When I went to Volta Star, it is a company that is in trouble. It's in trouble because they are doing textile manufacturing, but the demand for their product is not there. The demand for their products are not there. We are importing, if it's school uniforms, we are rather importing these textiles from other countries, and that becomes a problem for job creation. So I have a policy to support all Ghanaian manufacturers. And that policy is the Buy Ghana First policy. I'm going to back it with law. Buy Ghana First policy. Which means that for all the things that government buys, and government buys a lot, the law will require that you buy Ghana first. If there is a company making that product in Ghana, you have to first source that particular product from the Ghanaian company. And if we are not able to produce it in Ghana, that is the only time you are allowed to look outside to buy that good. And I believe that if we do the Buy Ghana First policy, companies like the Volta Star Textile will survive. Because all the PSHS schools and so on, the uniforms and all of that, we will be buying it from this factory and we will create the jobs and we will have all of that. So we will amend the law and also amend the Public Procurement Act to make sure that this happens. And as I said, it was when I came here and I talked to the workers that I started thinking of how best do we save companies like the Volta Star Textile Limited. But I believe that a Buy Ghana First policy, which is backed by law, will save this company, and that is not only save it, but allow it to grow in terms of output. We are also going to help traders, especially women traders. I have a policy initiative called the Women's Trade Empowerment Fund. The Women's Trade Empowerment Fund is to give loans, soft loans to women businesses in Ghana. The data actually is very clear that women businesses have the highest repayment rates for loans. That is the nature of it. And so the Women's Trade Empowerment Fund will provide loans to women businesses, but it is not a bank. because a lot of our women traders are in very informal settings. If you ask them to go to banks, they will have problems in accessing these loans. So the only requirement under the Women's Trade Empowerment Fund, what we will require from the women is their Ghana card. That's all. Once we have your Ghana card, we will be able to give you the loans to do your business. It's very simple, and that is where we are going to go with it. I also have a new policy that I want to bring in to help our fisher folks. Our fisher folks who have major issues in the fishing community, and I've talked to a lot of people in the fishing community in fashioning out this policy. One of the major problems that our fishermen have is access to premixed fuel. Premixed fuel is a major problem for our fishing community. And you see this problem, every government comes and there is problem with premixed fuel. They are not able to solve this problem. And I have been thinking for a while about how to deal with the problem. But thankfully, I found out that there are new outboard motors that don't require premixed fuel. New outboard motors have now been invented, which only use solar or electric power to power them, and they don't need premixed fuel. And so I was so excited about just that possibility, and we have engaged the companies that are making these new outboard motors. And the first set that we are going to use as a pilot will arrive at the end of this month, and we are going to demonstrate it to all the fishing communities in Ghana so that they see how the new outboard motors are working without the need for premixed fuel. So when you are on your river and you are moving, the sun is charging your battery for you. You don't need to go and buy premixed fuel. The sun will give you the power to move your boat. And so you don't need premixed fuel. And so very, very soon, as I said, we are bringing in these boats to demonstrate at the end of this month. Very, very soon, premixed fuel in the fishing industry will become history. And we will give the fishing, we've registered all the canoes, by the way, they're about 22,000, and we're going to give all of them the opportunity with credit facilities to buy these outboard motors, but they will save a lot of money and we will have a lot of rides. There is a major policy. There's a major policy that I am bringing into Ghana by the grace of God. If you look at what happens in the developed world, you see that life is easier than in our world, isn't it? If you think about US, Germany, Japan, UK, Australia, Canada, generally our people want to go there because life is easier there, isn't it, than us. Why is life easier in the developed world than our world? There's one thing that exists there that makes life easier, and that is the credit system. They have a credit system. The credit system allows people, because it's based on individualized credit scoring. But if you need to buy something, you want to buy a TV, you want to buy a fridge, you want to buy furniture, you want to buy a car, in the advanced countries, even if you don't have the cash, you can still buy it. Put a small deposit and you pay small. After 3 years or 5 years, you finish paying for your TV or car or furniture. That is the credit system. So life is much easier for them in Ghana and many African countries. If you want to buy a TV, a car, a furniture, or whatever, it's cash down. If you don't have the cash, don't give it to you. And so it puts a lot of pressure. You're a teacher, you're a nurse. How do you accumulate all these savings to go and buy? So life becomes very difficult for us. So we have been thinking about this issue. How do we make Ghana also have a credit system like exists in the advanced countries? I have been working on this since we came into office in 2017. Why is it that in the advanced countries they have this credit system working? There are three things that makes their credit system work. Number one, everybody has an ID. Everybody has an ID card or an ID number. Because you're going to give credit to somebody, you must know the person. Otherwise, they will run away. So everybody has an ID. Number two, in that system, everybody has an address. Every home has an address. If you give credit to someone, you give your TV to someone and you don't pay, you can go to their house and collect your TV. So everybody has an address. That is the second one. Number three, everybody has a bank account. Because you pay for your credit through the bank account. And so these are the three things. And when we came into office in 2017, we started working on this problem. We have done the Ghana card. So everybody has a national ID. You cannot hide. Your Ghana card is linked to your tax identification number, is linked to your bank account, is linked to your mobile phone number, is linked to your SNIT number, is linked to your NHIA number, it is linked to almost every number that you can pick up, your passport and so on. So the Ghana card gives you identity. You cannot run away from it. The second thing that we needed to do was to make sure every house has an address. And this is why I proposed the digital address system to leverage GPS technology to do a digital address. When I proposed the digital address system, many people said it was not possible because no country in Africa had done it. And I said it was possible. And today, Ghana has done a digital address system, and we are the second country in the whole world to do a digital address system. The whole world, we are the second country to do a digital address system. So you have the address of every property. The third thing is bank account for everybody. And this is why we did mobile money interoperability. Today, Ghana, we are in a situation where any Momo account is a bank account because it can function like a bank account. So Ghana now, we have also satisfied the requirement to make sure everybody has a bank account. So having put all of these things in place because of digitalization, Ghana is now ready to move into individualized credit scoring. Every individual will have a credit score. If you have a bank account, if you have a Ghana card, you will have a credit score. And so the good news is that we have completed the work on the credit scoring system for Ghana. The work is completed and I will launch it next month, November, and we will have a credit scoring system for Ghana. The whole of Africa, only South Africa has an individualized credit scoring system. The whole of Africa, only South Africa. Ghana will be the second country in Sub-Saharan Africa to have a credit scoring system. Next month, we will begin. This will help us because it means that once the credit system begins to work, it will make life much easier for us. You want to buy a car, you want to buy a TV, you want to buy an industrial machine, a church wants to buy an organ, you don't need to go and borrow or pay from someone. You can get a credit, right, which essentially from the institution where you are able to pay small, which essentially is borrowing on the back of your credit score. Today you may be a good person with a credit score, but the bank cannot give it because they don't know you. But the credit scoring system gives them an information. This person has a good credit score. If we give him or her the loan, they can pay back. And that is why the world of the developed nations, life is easier. The teacher in London or America or Canada, even if they have the same salary as the teacher in Ghana, they will consume 10 times more goods than the teacher in Ghana because they have access to the credit system. I will launch Ghana's credit scoring system next month, and we will begin the process of changing Ghana completely by introducing this credit system into Ghana. I also want to bring in new policy regarding the chiefs and the chieftaincy institution. Since independence, we have governed Ghana without the chiefs. We have put the chiefs aside, and we have been governing the country. But I believe it has been a mistake. The chiefs have so much experience in statecraft, and I think it's a mistake to leave the chiefs aside. And I'm going to amend Section 63. I've been working with Kofi Kamasi on this matter. And we have decided that we are going to amend Section 63 of the Chieftaincy Act. We're going to give more powers to the chiefs so that we can help the government in the governance of this country. We're going to give more. There are so many cases that you can settle in your palaces. So many cases that rather now today go to court. But you can settle these cases in your palaces. And we are going to give you the power and the authority to do so. And it will bring more discipline in our community. If you are going to help us, we also have to help you. At the moment, government only pays allowances to paramount chiefs. They are not living allowances. They are very small. And so we are bringing in a new policy to pay living allowances to paramount chiefs, to queen mothers, and to divisional chiefs, so that the chieftaincy institution will be uplifted. So that is what we are going to do. We also want to help the churches and the Islamic institutions. If you look at the churches and the Islamic institutions, for me, in terms of development, they are the #1 development partner of Ghana. The schools that they build, the hospitals that they build, if you took them all out of Ghana, Ghana will collapse. And whenever they speak, they are speaking about schools, development. You know, Reverend Minister told me to go and look at the school. That's why he told, these are the things on their hearts. Go and look at the school, look at the infrastructure problem. They want to solve the problem. When the chief imam spoke, he spoke about the schools and the help they need to build the schools. But the churches and the Islamic institutions, they use donations. They don't get any extra help. Fees are being allowed. That's what they use to build all this infrastructure. When our friends, who we call the development partners, when the development partners are coming from abroad to build a hospital or to build a school, we give them incentives. We say to them, you are development partners, so with this hospital equipment you are bringing, this material, you don't need to pay duty on it. But if there is a church or an Islamic institution wants to bring hospital equipment to build, we say go and pay duty. So I'm going to change this. and I'm going to classify all the churches and the Islamic institutions as development partners. For tax purposes, they will also have free access to these incentives. I believe that if we make that classification, the churches and the Islamic institutions will do a lot more in this country. They will get a lot more donations. A lot of people are discouraged because of duty and so on. So we are going to do that. We have also heard in the country about a phenomenon known as LGBTQ+. I think you've heard all of these. LG, where men can marry men and women can marry women. That practice will never be tolerated under a Bawumia president. We will never allow that to take root in our country. It is not in the Bible. It is not in the Quran. It is not in our tradition. It is not in our culture. It is not in our values. So we are going to stand fair no matter the cost and defend our society. LGBTQ+ practice will not be allowed, will not be tolerated. Bawumia. And that is the bottom line with that matter. I want to build a country where everybody has equal opportunities. Under my government, persons with disabilities, all persons with disabilities will go for tertiary education, universities, training colleges, free under my government. All persons with disability will be entitled to free tertiary education. And we will also have a percentage of all government recruitment reserved for persons with disabilities, so that we can get the benefits of their intellect. They are some of the smartest people I have met. They may not be able to work, but they but their brains are just super. And we are going to get the benefit of that intellect. I also want to make it very easy for us to apply for passports. Today, if you want to apply for a passport, you fill the form, get your birth certificate and other documents, and get through the process. But if you look at the passport application form, all the questions that they ask on it are also on the Ghana card. All the information that you require on a passport application form is also on your Ghana card. Your date of birth, your mother's date of birth, your father's date, everything is on the Ghana card and more. So from next year, by the grace of God, anybody who has a Ghana card, if you want a passport, you will not fill a form anymore. You just pay your fee and we'll print your passport for you. You will not fill a form anymore. It will be very, very simple for everybody. We are also going to amend the regulations on driver's license. At the moment, driver's licenses are valid for 6 years. And every 2 years, you have to go and renew. I'm going to change that. After consultations, we are going to make the driver's license valid for 10 years, and you can renew every 5 years. Every 5 years, you can renew rather than every 2 years that we are doing. So we have many policies that we are bringing, and I've just touched on a few of these in the interest of time. But I want you to know that as someone who is running for president, as all of you know, my main competition is the former president. But he has been president before. So if we vote for him, he can only be president for 4 years. But if you vote for Dr. Bawumia, I can be president for 8 years. Why that is important is that with me going to be president potentially for 8 years, it means I have to come back to Drop and give an account in 4 years' time of what I have been able to do. I have to come and show this educational infrastructure that we are talking about. Has it been done? I have to show what have I been able to do in the Zongo community. What have they been able to benefit from the Zongo Development Fund? I have to come in and show the Islamic school that they need help. I have to show what we've been able to do with the Volta Star Textiles Company. I have to show, I have to give an account. There's a request for an Apatomo district. What have we been able to do about the road from Joapom to Hodoi to Abutia? It's a major road. We have to do that road. I have to come and give an account of what we have been able to do. So if you vote for me 4 years and when it comes to Joapom, I have to go through this list and say, this is what I have been able to do for the people of North Togo. And if you are satisfied, then you say, Dr. Bawumia, you can continue, you can continue, you can continue. But if you vote for my opponent, he doesn't have to come back. Once you vote for him, he's gone. He won't come back to give any account. There's no accountability. Everybody also knows that if you assess all vice presidents who have come to Ghana from independence to date, almost everybody who has spoken on this matter says that Dr. Bawumia has been the most effective vice president in Ghana's history. It's not me who is saying it. That means that as far as the vice president class is concerned, I've passed the class. I've passed the exam. So promote me to go and become president of the republic. Give me promotion. As you say, now. Give me the steer and let me drive the car and let me go. So I am very, very happy if you vote for me. I am not only running alone. Dr. Blue is also here. And if you vote for me, I want you to also vote for Dr. Blue to become member of Parliament. I believe that if we change, we can see more progress. Nobody will take you for granted. He will bring new ideas and a new passion to working for the people of North Congo. So I have every confidence in him. Give him a try. You cannot keep voting one way all the time. Let's give him a try. A young man with ideas. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you very much. The next president of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you. Somebody. Uganda, thank you. Now, Your Excellency, the Chief of Dofo want to make a special presentation to you and your beautiful Samira Bawumia.
Thank you.
Because they remembered that your wife, your beautiful Samira Bawumia, has spent part of her life in North Togo here. And so they say they cannot give you a gift without her. So we have special gifts for you and your wife. Togbe Kokloko, and then Mama, please come forward and do the presentation. Okay, me at you know, packaging my brother. They go in there. We are coming there right away. Please go. Go.
are coming there now. They are coming there now. Thank you, Togo Mamau. Thank you very much. Now, we'll call Chief Imam. We invite Chief Imam to give us the closing prayers. Chief Imam, salam.
Alhamdulillah, da muka fara wannan karo muka kare da bismillahi, Allah sa mu kuma da alhamdulillah. Kuma muna addu'a shi Alhaji Mahmud Bawumia, Allah ba shi lafiya. Allah ka ba shi nasara. Tuni Allah ya zabe shi. Allah tabbatar da